Jamie, my friend.
Yes, hello, Franklin, friend.
He stumbles into the room and he grabs you by the shoulders and he says, I've had the best idea in the world.
Oh, wonderful. Do
you and me. He doesn't wait for you to finish it. You and me will go down to the steppes south of Servasix or out to an island by Littleton, and you and me and all the other half-breeds will start our own half-breed island. Hey everyone, welcome to Heroes of Threshold. I guess this is our episode 3 of Heroes of Threshold. Today we're going to do Heroes of Half-Breed Island. Let's go, we'll start on this end and we'll go around and meet the players.
I'm Zach, relatively new member to the group, hanging out with them. I'm playing Tomo. He's a half-orc monk. Comes from a monastery known as the Monastery of Falling Rock. He's pretty much been a hermit his entire life, and he doesn't really socialize very well.
Great. I'm Josh. I'm playing Kasif Asora. He is a half-null barbarian who was kind of an outlander living on his own for many years until finally hearing about Half-Breed Island.
Hey everyone, my name is Ren. I'm going to be playing Katriana, a half-elf rogue. Similarly to these two gentlemen, she has been kind of a hermit. She's been living in the jungle for about 2 years when she was sent there, being shunned for being a half-elf. She's originally from the Lost Colony. Last Colony.
Last Colony.
The Last Colony.
They know where it is.
she originally is from the Last Colony. And yeah, sick of living in the jungle and the craziness that's happening there. She heard tell of this magical place and she wants to start settling.
Hey guys, my name's Brian. Today I will be playing
Jamie something,
a half-elf warlock of insurmountable power. No, seriously, today
I almost spoiled something just because I was going to talk about Jamie, but we're not. This will air before the episode we shot last week.
Sure. But seriously, today I am playing Heisenreich Blauhofen. He is a half-dwarf. From Olengrad, which we've been to before. And much like these other people, he has been shunned because of his half-breededness, thusly trying to go forth and find Half-Breed Island to find a sense of sanctuary in this place, founded for that exact reason. He is a paladin of the Order of the Sapphire, which is one of the dwarven minor gods, Azurian, the Sapphire goddess. And he is going to Half-Breed Island to kind of establish, a mission there, kind of a missionary there, and bring hope to the hopeless.
All right, so those are our players. Just a brief reminder about what the hell Half-Breed Island is. Half-Breed Island was the brainchild of way back in Season 1 of Franklin, the half-ogre. He and Jamie something talked a great deal about setting up a colony on a chain of islands known as the Steppes to the east of Aeron. And essentially it's a place where half elves, half dwarves, half orcs, half ogres could go and just instead of being an outsider by being only half of something, be together as half-breeds, Half-Breed Island. So from all over the world, these three are three on this end of the table. Heisenreich has already arrived. He's been there for a little while. But these guys are on one of the last boats out of Nod as it flees from the explosions on the Love Day Festival caused by the orc Osulax. And after a pretty uneventful journey through the beautiful island chain known as the Steppes, you arrive early one morning on Half-Breed Island. The boat pulls up to dock, and the captain and the crew start unloading, and they say, "All right, you're here. Get off my boat." The island is fairly tropical. It has kind of a white sandy beach, palm trees, not as thick of jungle as, say, like the last colony to the south, but still kind of that more rainforesty. It's kind of a mix of forest and rainforest, depending on where on the island you are. It's a small island. It's pretty close to the halfling island of Littleton, or the human colony of Littleton. It's nearby. You can see that on the edge of the jungle there's been a small frontier town set up. A couple of buildings, like an inn, some barracks that are being built for temporary housing. Some houses are starting to go up. Yeah, pretty basic amenities. You have Heisenreich. I'm gonna get it. A lot of challenging names today. Heisenreich, you've been tasked with bringing these new recruits in and showing them around the town.
So I see them come off the boat, and I go, "Oh, hello there! It's time we show you around the town." Oh, that's Irish. Damn it.
It'll fluctuate.
I'm the man of a million half dialects. So, half-breed island, half dialects. Here we go. Well, hurry up. Let's get on to the tavern so we can put your stuff down to show you the rest of the town there.
Just let it go.
Yeah,
it's just going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Kasif looks to the other two. What is this man saying? He is short and ugly.
That's right. So you guys are speaking in Nodish primarily, whereas you speak mostly Aeron.
Yeah, I just come. What the hell are you talking about? Does anyone speak Aeron over here?
Which is common. So yeah.
I do. I'll translate for you.
Fantastic. Oh, you're a wee little sprite, aren't you? Well, to get you on there, I got a lot to talk to you about the goddess, our savior, Azurian.
How tall are half dwarves?
Oh, he's like probably 5'2". He's like Tom Cruise height.
Like bigger than a dwarf, but not full human height.
Yes.
That's like the exact length of Tom Cruise. Bigger than a dwarf, but not quite human height.
Yeah. Because he's still got like a beard though. It's like kind of like a lesser of a beard.
Okay.
But still long enough to like braid and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I was just curious.
So, I've got the great inn to show you. I got 3 rooms set up for you, 3 specifically. The rest of you, he gestures to the other tenants.
To the flat gray NPC-ish.
Go talk to El Stefanie over there. He'll have you taken care of.
El Stefanie is he's half human and he's half human. He's also a half elf, and he motions to some people and he starts also showing them around the area. Heisenreich gives you guys a quick tour. There's like I said, there's an inn, there's some barracks, there's a smith that's starting to get started up for like repairing different things. They've started a small farm where they're growing some non-indigenous plants. There's some small boats for fishing, and then there's like a main office, which is kind of like the central headquarters where Franklin Willett lives.
Is Katriana is she translating well, or is she just kind of like letting us listen?
Well,
and we're
in
just
that
watching?
particular, yeah, I feel like she's definitely screwing around with you guys for sure to benefit her. So, for example, he's showing us the 3 bedrooms. The nicer one is mine. He's told you this one was mine. So, just so you're aware.
Okay, gotcha.
Room number 5 is always kept open.
Always vacant. Always vacant.
Just in case Jamie shows up. Excellent. So you end the tour at the main headquarters.
So here you see the office and headquarters for Franklin Industries, who is the main contractor of the island.
Out of the office comes Franklin Willett. He's a half ogre, so he's like 7-8 feet tall. He's a huge guy, and he finally has clothes that have been made to fit him. Now that he's the governor of this new colony for the first time in his life, he has a suit. He has a suit that fits, and he looks at you all and says, "Hey, welcome to Half-Breed Island. I appreciate you uprooting your lives and coming here. I can assure you that everything here is going to be much better than your previous lives. You finally have a place, and here on Half-Breed Island, you finally belong. Come in, and I'll talk to you about what kind of positions we have open." He motions you guys in. You follow him, and inside is a pretty modest office. It's pretty much a big open room. It doesn't really have walls or too much furniture yet. The floor is new wood laid down. The place still has kind of a new wood, like that fresh wood smell. It's only a couple of months old, but it's clear that it's weathered some storms. He has a big table in the center of the room, and he has a bunch of crude maps of the island laid out. It looks like most of the island is still largely uncharted. And he says, "So," he waves you in. He says, "Take a look. This is our island, as you can see." And he points around. It looks like most of the perimeter has been charted. He says, "This is where we are now." And you can see that this whole interior section is still pretty largely unmapped. I was hoping that you would follow this river. He points to a little stream where it comes out into the ocean. I would hope that you would follow this up and figure out where the source of this water is, and make sure that we can claim it and hold it.
Would Kasif has a wander trait that gives him great, fantastic map and geography abilities.
Great.
Is there anything of note on the map that someone that was adept with reading maps might
You
see?
can tell that they're probably, just from what you've seen, like from the coast, they're probably inaccurate. They're very crude maps, and certainly a better map could be made.
Is Franklin speaking in common?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
he is an Aran native. He's from Haddock on the Adler coast. So.
Great. So Kasif is just listening to this person talk and is just watching and looking around. And he's like fresh off the boat. Yeah.
But Franklin continues on nonetheless, and he says, "Yeah, but follow this. Figure out where the source of this water is, and continue on from there."
Great. Sounds like a great plan, Franklin. Well, let's, what do you fellows say? Let's go check out the water supply.
Tomo just keeps nodding.
He wants us to go check out the water, guys.
Points to the ocean.
I shake his head.
Is there anything that we should know as far as skill sets for what you're looking for in particular when in Discovery?
I'm not exactly sure I understand the question.
So you, for example, you were saying everything is uncharted. You want us to go explore are you looking more for exploration, like more
Yes.
settlements, more?
I unfortunately we don't know much about the interior of this island, so I was hopefully you'll be able to give us not only an accurate map or just description of where the water goes and where it comes from, but it's pretty much the only water for our little colony, and it makes me very nervous that we don't know where it comes from or how long it's going to be there if we need to figure out other ways to start collecting fresh water.
Okay.
So an accurate map would be ideal, and just to make sure that whatever the source of this is, if it's a natural spring or if it's just rainfall from the top of the mountain, whatever it is, just to make sure that if there's any other kind of native settlement or something, we just need to wipe them out so that we have our water protected.
What does the tall man say?
Just say that you reiterate whatever.
I reiterate everything, and I
Okay.
actually am truthful this time.
I will do this.
No. He's gonna help you with the map. He's actually very proficient in that.
He agrees by like looking down, signifying that you are the alpha.
Franklin doesn't understand this, but he's had a few dealings with half gnolls now, and so it's been explained to him what it is. So after saying, he goes, "Oh," and he understands, and he kind of nods.
Wonderful. Let's grab our things and then head up to the ocean, the river.
You can leave in the morning if you need a rest after the long boat journey, or you can go now. It doesn't matter to me.
Rest is for the week.
I agree with this one. Oh, Russian now.
We're just
Go around
run the gambit. Just let it go.
Heisenreich agrees with Katriana, and we decided to leave to explore the river.
Let's go, guys.
We follow
You come to the mouth of the river. It's a fairly large stream. Nowhere near some of the other rivers, but you can see that there's been a big sort of collection pool where they're taking a lot of this water out and putting it into like a large water tank, like some Swiss Family Robinson tubes that are coming out into a water tank, so they have a supply of fresh water. And it goes up a ways and then into the forest jungle.
Can we is there like a bank, like a river bank that we can march along so we don't have to walk through the jungle-y part, just kind of along the...
For a little ways, yes.
Okay.
It'll probably become pretty thick
Okay.
once you get further on.
Do any of ye have a sharp weapon? I've only got my hammer.
I've got several. I've got some daggers, hand daggers, dueling, and also some stuff I can toss.
Fantastic. We need to start cutting.
You have a club and you have a
Short
on. Got a
sword.
maul.
okay. So short sword, I guess, is the
Well, I'm speaking Charlie Brown to him right now. So.
right.
Just nodding my head.
Yeah.
You can see he has a short sword on his belt though.
I motion. Your sword cut leaves. No,
Yes,
cut the leaves. The plants.
He's ready to battle.
The plant. I don't know how much so.
Tomo would start, brush clearing the best he can, and stops and looks back. Goes back to brush clearing.
Just keep it going. Keep it going.
So you brush clear for a ways, and the stream continues on for a little bit. And what's everyone's passive perception?
13.
Ooh. How do you calculate that again?
It's just your perception. It's 10 plus your wisdom. Thank you. I kept wanting to say perception modifier. That's not your wisdom modifier.
Okay.
And then if you get a proficiency on perception, so it's like what you normally add to your perception rolls, just
Great.
with the 10 average.
Then I have 10.
Mine is 12.
12 as well.
Okay.
13.
You guys hear 13? Did anyone higher than 13? No.
Nope.
Okay. 13. You hear like off in the distance some twigs snapping.
Tomo high-fives me. No. I heard something. Be very careful walking through this clearing over here, okay? No, stay back behind me. Tomo.
So does Catriona recognize this? Having her
Jungle background?
jungle background, also in survival, she is...
Give me a survival check.
Okay, so my survival check... Thank you, sir. 10. And then...
So it's 2 plus proficiency plus 4.
So 14 total?
Yep.
14?
Yeah.
It sounds like a small animal.
Okay.
As the lowest passive perception member, Kasif doesn't notice anything, and he's continuing to hammer, maul, bash the small trees around him out of the way. It doesn't hack; it does bludgeoning damage against trees.
Against trees.
In a not so nice way, Catriona tells him to shut the hell up.
Just start splintering wood here.
You hear, after the loud tree thumping continues, you hear whatever the small thing was go and go really fast, running away.
Oh!
Like it was startled.
Oh my god. Did you see what that was?
A rabbit? I'm not sure. Do you smell anything?
Do I smell anything?
Make a perception check. You get advantage because of scent.
Because reasons.
Sure.
No, because he has no sense.
Perception. 8, 9.
No. Just
You
so
smell nothing.
You just are overwhelmed by jungle smells. I just rolled for weather, everyone, and it is a beautiful day. It is normal weather for the season with no wind and no precipitation. It's like
fantastic.
It is a beautiful day.
Fair. Alright, well just keep your eyes open. We don't know what's in these woods.
And can you not be powering through like a freight train here?
Who's leading?
I am.
Great, give me a survival check.
Uh-oh. Survival. Natty 1.
Should I be leading this, sir?
Well.
Because the paladin in his heavy armor was leading, you hack a little bit through the jungle, and then you think you're going to cut back to what you assume the stream would have done, but you've lost it. And you're lost.
This is why I trust no one.
Okay, the trees, they look like the same trees, okay?
Generally speaking, in the forest, yes.
Well, then maybe you would like to go and
I would love that.
Please, at your leisure, please.
French.
I don't know, man. Let's go with it.
As a wanderer, am I truly lost?
As well as Catriona.
Well, you guys were I think you guys were following since there was no contention for leading. You guys were following.
Yeah.
You guys were following the half dwarf.
Thinking that he knew where he was going
Yes.
because he's been around for a while.
We haven't gone this far into
But
the
are we near the
jungle.
stream? Have we been following this?
Right. He lost the stream.
Oh, wait. Oh.
He said, "Oh, we'll just cut around here, and then this will be easier."
Right.
And then
Okay.
It's gone. So, please, little miss survival person, please, jungle lady, find out where we go.
Am I okay to climb a tree to kind of scan the area?
Yeah. You can climb a tree. You don't have to make a check for it.
Okay,
You
just
climb a
wanted-
tree.
just
If
wanted
Jack Black can do it, so can you. That's my house rule for what things require checks.
Okay.
For those of you who haven't heard that yet, if Jack Black can do it, then you can also do it without making a check.
Well, can Jack Black climb a tree?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not the most athletic, but he's fairly you see, he can move.
Sure.
So if he can climb a tree, which I'm sure he can, so can you.
Okay.
Fantastic. So head up towards the tree. Catriona can definitely go pretty high, having experience in the jungle and acrobatics. I would say, how do I, distance-wise, how far do you think I could see, based off of how high I am?
We'll get you get to the top and you can see a good pattern of trees. You can see the ocean. Give me a survival check.
Okay. 13 and...
Ooh, and you get advantage on this check if you need it because
So I have
you can
17,
see the sun.
17 currently.
Okay.
That's
going to be enough.
Yeah.
You can figure out where you are and what direction you need to get back to where the stream should be.
Okay. So assuming we want to get back to the stream so we can follow the water path up, I'm going to say I crawl back down, let every one of my little friends know, and we head off on our journey towards the
Great.
place.
So you're leading now.
Yes.
Excellent. Are you mapping during this time?
I'm taking a mental map.
Oh.
Gnolls don't
He's lazy.
Gnolls don't have a written written maps. They are very.
And they have a system of howls to
They're
describe
animalistic.
to describe where things are. Like bees have a dance,
They're
and gnolls
like
have a song.
They'll be like howls and yips and barks. Are yes.
I like
You're gonna
that.
fire it
I
off.
like that.
You're gonna
a
make it
lot.
happen?
Yes. Lovely. So as you guys are continuing on, you are 13. Actually, everyone hears a loud screech, but it's a low screech, like coming from the forest. Just a ways up the stream, as well as some loud lapping noises.
It sounds like there might be some food available.
I don't like that. I take out my hammer and get my shield ready.
I'm on the ready, but I'm not necessarily concerned just yet.
Okay.
What was that?
How many hours have gone by since we've been out?
Maybe 1 or 2.
Still have plenty of daylight, I assume.
You used to live in the jungle. What was that?
Can I roll to
Yeah, give me
make a
survival.
guess? 11. Do I get a...
No advantage or anything on this one. You
or perhaps
you're
that I
not
have
sure.
animal handling?
No, that's like actually interacting with the animal.
Copy.
No, you guys, you don't know what it is.
Okay. I have no idea. I'm the worst jungle person ever.
This is not something that's native to your area.
Yes.
I think the only way we're going to find out is if we push on forward and check it out.
Well, you're in the lead.
All right. Just to be safe, I grab my daggers, but I am trying to be very light-footed.
Okay, great. Give me a stealth check. Is everyone keeping pace with
That's 12.
Catriona?
As fast as I can, yeah.
Okay. So then everyone make a stealth check.
And, +3, right?
Oh no.
Yes. No, +5. Proficiency. 22. Oh.
Are you disadvantaged
Oh.
on stealth checks?
I can be. I also have shice for dexterity.
Yeah,
so
I think your armor makes you.
Oh, even better. The 0. My stealth check is 0.
So I definitely should have left you back there while I went and inspected.
As you guys approach around the corner, making quite a bit of noise, you can hear the thing go, and it looks up, and you guys both see each other at the same time. Part owl, part bear.
Or an owlbear.
It would seem that Half-Breed Island is also inhabited by half creatures. It's an owlbear.
It's so fluffy.
How big is the owlbear?
Large.
What?
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I can't.
Wow.
It stares you guys down. Its fanged beak snarling as all of its feather hair stands on end.
I kind of like stop and I, put my shield out in front and I'm ready in case this thing attacks.
Okay.
I look at Catriona.
I have already been seen by owlbear.
Well, he's heard you guys coming.
Or because of my stealth, am I still hidden, but they are not?
He's whether or not he's focused on you or not it's unclear. You were being pretty quiet, but these guys were certainly loud, so he's looking in your direction.
Do I recognize if he... this isn't... Never mind, this is not native to my land. Strike that.
It's not native to my land either, but I have animal handling.
So, yeah. I do too.
Wait,
so that's why I'm like, I don't know if knowing part owl, part bear, or do I recognize that it's a threat to us, or that it's soft and cuddly and just
give me a
dinner?
knowledge nature. Give me an intelligence check nature. Plus your int modifier and proficiency if you have it in nature.
That's not a good one.
7.
Yeah, 7.
So yeah, you're not sure, but it looks big and it looks strong.
As the others freeze, I instinctively take slow steps forward with my hand drawn down and go.
Great. Give me animal handling.
All right. Where's animal handling? 11.
I don't even know how that works, animal handling. I know how it used to work, but he takes this as a threat, and he's going to charge you.
Okay.
Great.
Everyone roll initiative.
10.
Plus your initiative.
Yeah. 13.
9.
Don't worry, you.
Katriana, you said 13?
Yes, sir.
12, 11, 10, 9, Heisenreich.
Mm-hmm.
Tomo got 5. He was like, what the hell is that?
Take me to my monastery.
Kasif is the most surprised because in his native world, this almost always works. He rolled a 4.
Oh, jeez.
Kasif. Okay. And great. Bear is going to charge Kasif. And he makes 2 attacks. He makes one with his beak and one with his claws. I'll do the beak first.
Okay.
23, that hits.
Oh, yeah.
And 21.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
This is a one-shot. I don't have to preserve your guys' lives.
Be gentle.
10 damage.
Ooh, okay.
And here are the claws.
That was it. That was it.
12 more.
Yikes, buddy.
Ouch.
You dead?
Not yet. Oh, yeah. If I was Rasper, I'd be just sweating a little bead.
It's different, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So he's right in front of... So just quick... Oh, do we have miniatures?
We do have miniatures.
Oh, all picked out already?
I want this one.
I'll
I
pick
didn't
this
pick
one.
This one's mine.
You have a hot
With your
chick?
used knives,
Do
right?
you have a hot jungle chick thing?
That's.
I have... That's a traditional lady elf miniature.
Is there a beast thing up there?
Yeah, sure, why not?
There's a goat guy right here.
That's pretty
I don't
big.
think we have... I used to have an old miniature.
I think
Yeah,
the
use the big bear
goat
one
guy
for
might
the,
work.
for the
Oh,
bear.
there's the owlbear. Great.
Marr.
Oh, yeah.
I'll roll with
So
this guy.
set him up. The owlbear is in the jungle. He's right in front of Kasif, who's a little bit forward.
Are you the goat guy?
Yep, I'll be the goat
Yeah, I
guy.
was gonna say because that's me.
Okay, so Kasif.
The owlbear. The rest
So
of
Cat, I guess, was more up ahead
Great.
here. And wait, this is you?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I was kind of here.
Great. That looks perfect.
My question is, and this is just more what you're in preference with as a DM, is he preoccupied currently? So if I were to make a stealth attack by perhaps maybe grabbing on a vine, like would that be considered a stealth attack? Because he's...
Oh, you're looking to sneak attack? Sneak attack,
Perhaps.
if you have an ally that is engaged with the enemy, then it triggers a sneak attack. So
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
yeah.
just that.
You're actually up first.
Okay, well, that is what I'm planning.
Great.
Katriana sees a nearby vine, uses this like opportunity to be ninja jungle chick. She's gonna grab that vine, kind of ricochet off the tree, come up from behind, and stab him.
Great. Give me some attacks. Are you using both of your daggers?
Yes, sir.
Great.
For the noob, is that two?
Yeah.
2 rolls. You had your dex modifier because you're using a finesse weapon.
Oops. 8
8 and 6. So plus
and
3.
Yep.
So 9 and 11.
Great. So you swing in, and you try to stab him in the sides, but as you do, the owlbear just kind of lunges back in a way you didn't expect, and you land on the ground next to him. You're on your feet, but he just kind of moves in a way so you aren't able to stab him.
Okay, so I missed.
Yeah, that's my fancy way of saying you missed.
Okay, fantastic.
Heisenreich.
Heisenreich.
Oh wait, you still? I guess that was your move and your action. So if you have a bonus action,
I do. But this. So we talked about it earlier. I'm a little confused as far as the assassination and the with the sneak attack. The two together. Because one kind of triggers the other, but if I missed, I guess
at this point you can no longer assassinate because he's already taken an action in combat. So you can no longer use that ability.
Okay.
You can still sneak attack, but you cannot assassinate anymore.
I haven't read the assassinate.
Got it.
Heisenreich.
Heisenreich notices this wonderful miss and decides he can't let his new compatriots go down because Franklin would be so upset with him, right? So he charges as quickly and as noisily as he can. And then, just with his shield, he just goes up and he goes for a mighty swing of his hammer.
Great. Let's see it.
He rolls. Ooh, that's a 20.
That's a hit.
Woo!
And then roll a d8. 4 plus 3 is 7. Yes, 7 damage. I hit the owlbear on the top of the head.
It shrieks out in pain, and it looks in your direction, and it tries to bite you, and then try to claw you. 16?
No.
Okay, so they're both gonna miss. You bring up your shield, and you put the shield below its neck, and it's like trying to bite you, and the claws scrape harmlessly against your armor. Tomo
would very calmly walk into combat. He's not really concerned. He feels that the group can clearly defend themselves, and he's gonna punch the bear in the snoot as hard as he can. 20.
That's a hit.
20. Sorry.
Still a hit.
And I do 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And as part of my monk abilities, because I hit him with an unarmed strike, I'm going to make another unarmed strike against the bear. 13.
13 hits.
Oh, there we go. And I do 5 points of damage.
Woo!
So clearly just punching the bear upside the head and right on the snoot. Bad bear! Bad bear! In Noddish.
the bear is he like shakes his head as he's punched repeatedly. Kasif.
Is he thrown back his initial attack, or is it more just like a slash and?
How did I take more than half your health?
Oh yeah.
Then you're hurting. You're bloodied.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's got like huge claw marks across his chest, and he's gonna take a couple of steps back. He staggers back, and chucks an obsidian stone.
Okay.
Which is a dex throw, I think. I'm using them as tomahawks.
Oh wow.
19. 22?
Yep.
Alright. Let's do a 1d6. 2, 3, 5. Oh, that's right. Do I add my dex to that? Because it's a...
Not to damage.
Not to damage. So just the 1d6?
It's strength based, so you add your strength to the damage.
Oh, okay. 6.
Okay.
6 damage.
Excellent. You throw one of your obsidian. It's just like an obsidian rock, like a sharpened rock.
It's a obsidian. It's like an oval obsidian rock that has a sharp rim. So
Okay.
You chuck it like a
skipping stone.
Like a skipping stone. Yeah.
Okay. You slice the owlbear across the sides, and it narrows its eyes at you. It's still the most angry at Tomo, who's been punching it repeatedly in the face.
Clearly has been very effective.
Bad bear! Boof! Boof!
Catriona.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying that right? Catriona?
You are.
Yes,
You were saying it very right.
Catriona, I think I got them all now. Catriona, you're up.
All right. Having been very embarrassed that she missed a sneak attack, she's he's gonna try again. Not with a sneak attack, but just
You still get it. He's engaged by multiple allies.
fantastic. All right, so let's double this up again. All right, 16, 6, and
Plus your dexterity.
yep. 25.
Yeah, 25 hits. And what's the second one?
11. Right, 25. How'd you get 25?
16. Isn't that an 8? Oh.
16. You roll 16 on one, 6 on the other.
Yeah.
Right.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Plus.
21 and 21 and 11.
Yes. Sorry.
The 21 hits, the 11 does not.
Okay.
So roll damage on one of them. And then we'll figure out what it looks like.
Oh.
Roll D4 as well.
Oh, for sneak attack.
Yes, the D4 is the base damage versus the D6.
Oh,
is the
okay. So 4?
Yeah.
One of your blades comes down and pierces him in the side. He's pissed off about it.
Okay.
but-
Does that also count for with my poisons kit?
Oh, I did not know about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Were your blades poisoned?
Well, yeah. Wouldn't they be if I have a poison kit?
Yeah,
You can
I didn't know they were.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Poison.
You know what? We'll say they're not because I'm still learning and didn't know I had to say that
No, you-
ahead of time.
It would have been it would have just been something that just say and I've poisoned my blades.
Okay.
If you poison them, then I can make my probably con save.
Right.
No. We'll say they're not poisoned.
Okay,
Because
not
I didn't say
poisoned.
that. So I'm learning now that I need to say that.
Great.
Nothing is applied.
You stab him, and he's pissed off about it. Heisenreich.
Heisenreich continues to smite this owlbear for charging us and defending its territory.
Now, are you smiting?
I will use Divine Smite on this one.
Okay. Does it have to be evil now? I'm not exactly.
No, Divine Smite is when you hit a creature with a melee weapon, you can expend one paladin spell slot to deal radiant damage to the target.
Great. All right. I just wasn't sure if it had to be evil or anything.
The damage increases if it's undead or a fiend.
Gotcha.
So here we go with the hammer. Oh, that's not very good. 13.
Yeah, that hits.
All right.
Woo-hoo.
Okay, 1d8. You're a d8 right there. Plus, we give the extra 2d8.
Ooh. That's some big monies.
Big monies. Okay, that's 12 plus my strength, 15 damage.
Woo.
And I'm down to 2 spells.
12.
So he goes, and he brings it down, and his hammer, there's some gems kind of in the center of the hammer. They start to glow blue, and as well as some of the filigree on the hammer, and it goes down, and it's like a burst of blue light shines from the owlbear as he gets hit with the hammer.
You hit the owlbear square on the shoulder, and you can see it. He kind of has to take a knee, or I guess an elbow, because he has arms in the front. And he comes down to the ground, and he gets up, and he's actually going to disengage from you guys and use his full action to kind of head back into the jungle. He's fleeing. He's running away because you guys beat him pretty badly.
Upon seeing this, Kasif drops to a knee. He's bleeding pretty badly.
Heisenreich notices this and goes, "Oh,
I'll suspend combat.
This is no good." I run over to Kasif. It's like, "Come on, man! You come on! You're feeling good, right? You must feel good."
He's wah, wah, wah. He turns to the only one he knows.
Yeah. And so since
Yeah.
it's obviously, but can I help him in any way as far as?
Well, I'm going to go like this, and I'll go, "All right," and I'll go, and then my hands are going to start to warm up.
Says a quick prayer.
Says a quick prayer, and then lays his hands technically on Kasif.
Yeah.
Kasif.
At first he's trusting. He's like, and then he.
You feel the
Let it go.
You feel
Simmer
the
down.
warmth from my hand. It feels good.
And you feel hopeful.
You feel hopeful. You feel like you can. You hope you can get through this horrible injury, and he goes like this, and your injuries kind of wash away as you gain, let's say, 10 hit points.
Wow. Doing a lot better now.
Tomo would walk over and slap his hands together and look at you and do the same thing.
No.
But it doesn't do anything, so it's like...
I pat Tomo on the shoulder and...
Pretty.
Because he fully expected that to work.
Brian thought I was going to. I don't know what Tomo was going on. Alright,
Great.
so alright, that was pretty scary.
That was intense.
That...
This
Great.
is pretty scary.
I don't know my trigger word. Great. Oh, that was pretty scary. Let's get going. Further onward through the jungle. Katarana, at your leisure, please. You know what the river is. We have to... Oh, it's right there. We can follow it upwards. No,
Are you leading again?
no I'm not. No.
At this point, Catriana's just feeling it. She knows why she's been alone in the jungle for a very long time.
I don't get kind of confused.
She's having second thoughts. So she begins to follow along the path.
Great, make a survival check.
Yeah.
Josh, if you want to make one too, you can help. What's called helping, where if you
That's really cool that idea.
if you get above I think a 10, then you provide great. So you
And proficient,
provide her
so
with
17.
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
So you can if you rolled bad.
I did. I
So
rolled
he
one.
provides you advantage, so you get to roll a
There you go.
second dice and take the higher of the two.
Yeah, that's what I did. Oh, even worse.
Oh, okay.
These dice are cursed.
This one's pretty good. Good one.
Do you want to
I'm beginning to think that the table is
It's just not a good.
misogynist.
It might be.
It's not the dice; it's the table.
If you have breasts, you roll poorly. You have to roll with my breasts.
We'll have to do some science.
See if it works.
Anyway, this is a particular. So what did you? I'm sorry. What did you get on your survival check?
10.
Oh shit! Sorry.
10.
Yeah.
10. Okay. So this is a particularly tricky part of the river, and it starts to thin out, and you maybe lose it for a minute, but you're actually able to stay on track.
Okay. Fantastic.
After maybe a couple of more uneventful hours, Brian, you hear something up ahead.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
Tomo leans in closer.
Ever make a perception check?
20. I hear it.
No, 19. Or
I definitely hear something.
22.
6.
13.
6, 13, you don't hear, but 20, 22.
And 20.
You guys hear the sound of tiny feet and tiny hands out in the jungle. And you can hear some whispers to each other.
I hear tiny feet and tiny hands and whispers in the jungle.
I reiterate.
Can you... Do you know what they are? Do you know what they could be?
At this point, Catriana's thinking about her travels prior with her, the man who raised her, and is maybe recalling that it might sound familiar to her.
Give me nature.
No. Nope.
No,
It was there on the
doesn't
tip of her
sound-
tongue, but not quite.
Can't recall.
Alright, well, they sound small. Let's just go in and see what they want.
Yeah, we're pretty big.
We're
We
pretty
got
big.
fangs over here.
We
can
got
do
fangs,
this.
we got muscle, we got armor, and we have you. Let's go.
Thanks.
Good old gang street
We have
brawl
everyone
coming up.
and you.
Alright. Hyder like trudges through the forest or trudges through the jungle to see what these little guys are about.
Out of the bushes jumps what at first looks like it might be a human child, but you actually realize is a fully developed man.
So we giggle first.
Well,
And
you
then-
would, except he looks very threatening. He wears, it's a small little halfling warrior, and he wears armor made of seashells and a little a leaf skirt.
Okay.
and he has kind of more like tanner skin, and the little halfling has a spear pointed in your direction. He has bright white war paint on the side of his face.
Are we fighting pygmies? Did you throw pygmies at us?
They're halflings.
Sure.
Halfling.
They go, oh, little one. We don't want to hurt. We don't want to hurt you.
In Nodish, I say yes, we do.
Give me a diplomacy check.
At
At disadvantage.
disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Where's diplomacy?
Because you are
How
a big, scary person.
Persuasion?
Yeah, persuasion. Excuse me. Used to be called diplomacy.
At disadvantage.
Man, I'm a
Oh.
3-5 player in a 5-0 world.
Scary, but talking well.
Okay. What would a nat 20 if I have disadvantage? So it's gonna be 9.
Oh.
It's gonna be 9.
What you say everything in a really calming way, but because of the language barrier, the halflings take the shiny metal man as a threat, and he says "Bue, bue!" and out of the jungle come some spears at you.
At all of us, or just at him?
At the metal man.
Okay.
Metal man.
2 spears come at you. 13 and 7.
No.
They both. Clang, clang, clang.
Oh. What the fuck?
You can see several more.
How big are these spears? Are they like?
Probably
Brown
that.
size?
No, they're big.
Okay.
They're not sprightly. I mean, like they're halflings.
Yeah.
They look decently strong. They're just the size of children. They're like buff children. And the a couple more of them come out. So now there's maybe 9 of them.
Ooh.
Upon seeing this, Kasif was already embarrassed and angered by being hurt earlier, but now he's got something to prove, and he immediately goes into a rage and lunges for the first nearest.
Lovely. Let's do your attack, and then we'll have everyone roll initiative.
Great.
At this point, can I just be in the background being like, "Oh, poison on my daggers."
Yes.
Poison on my dagger.
All right.
Do you have to make a check for applying poison? So in the chance that
I mean,
I don't-
she's proficient in poisoners.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I do have 2 sets of daggers though, thrown as well as my 2. But I am applying to all. Just
Perfect.
so you know.
Just dump your knives into a bag full of poison.
Shake it up like shake and bake.
Shake it.
All right.
All right.
The no blood courses through his veins, and he goes from angry to fury in 1 second flat. He's going into a frenzied rage, which means not only does he have rage advantage, but he also can he gets an extra bonus attack after this on the following turns within my rage.
Great.
So now rage gives me advantage on strength checks, and this
Correct.
is this a strength?
Yes,
so
it is.
Attack. All right, let me grab an extra.
Look at Josh knowing the rules.
I know.
All right, I'm using my bone maul, and I'm going for one big pile driver smash. Ooh, 16.
Yeah, 16 is definitely gonna hit.
All right, and I've got a 2d6 plus 6, 3, 6, 12 damage on that guy.
Excellent.
Oh wait, 14 damage. I got a plus 2 damage for my rage.
14.
14.
Awesome. So you
I'm gonna pick the first guy. That
Great.
little middle guy.
just come out and you bring your club down on him. It cracks several of his seashells. He starts to bleed. He's still alive, but he definitely looks bad. Let's start some combat. Everyone roll initiative. I'm gonna have all the halflings go on one turn. Okay, 19?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that dex helping you out.
You're gonna need to write a new number down
Oh, yeah?
because I got a 0 initiative.
As far as I know.
I'm standing still on this one.
I love it. All right, Tomo, what do you got for me?
Tomo got 21. He's very ready.
I have to write another number.
These little people jumped out of the jungle. He's like, whoa.
Wait.
All right, we're dealing with this now.
We're in the thing.
I got this, guys.
Lovely. Tomo, you're up first. There's a total of 9 halflings. They have you guys surrounded in a circle.
Tomo runs up to the one that's in front of Brian's character, and I
The
want
one that Josh is also bashing at.
yes, and I would like to attack it with an unarmed strike and
Great.
spend a key point for 2 additional attacks.
Ooh.
I'm gonna hit him 3 times. So what is that?
Where are these little pygmy guys?
24 for the first attack.
Yes, definitely.
So that is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
That is 8 for the second attack.
8 misses.
All right, and then 16 for the third
That
attack.
one does hit.
And that one does 2 points of damage.
Okay, that's going to be enough. Your first blow is going to, in the exposed part of the armor, you just punch him in the shoulder, ooh, and he flies back. The second blow, the little halfling is able to move out of the way, but then the third one, you just come at him with an uppercut, and you knock him out cold. Your third unarmed strike. The little halfling falls to the ground. Catriona.
Alrighty.
That's the pygmies. We're so inspired by Threshold Moonlight with their sound effects that we try to get some of our own.
Threshold
Alright,
Moonlight.
So 15.
We'll add an annotation.
I'm adding.
So you're at advantage because you're attacking someone who's unactive yet.
Say it
Yes.
one more time. Yeah.
So I'm sorry, you're throwing. I missed it. You're throwing your daggers.
Right. And so now that I have the advantage, I can go into assassinate. Correct.
I'm not sure. I haven't played
So
rogue. I haven't played an assassin.
So you have advantage
Yeah.
on attack rolls against characters that have not acted this combat
Right.
yet. So that means you roll 2 dice and you take the higher one.
Okay. All right. So what would you classify? 17.
Oh, okay.
So that was the higher one.
Okay, so then you do your dex, which
Yep.
is plus
So
3,
20.
20.
20 hits.
20 hits.
Yep.
Roll your damage, and now you're sneak attacking because you have advantage. You get an extra d6 to damage.
And I'm gonna make a poison save, I believe.
Okay. So 26? No,
Your daggers should do d4.
that one.
Plus the
And
d6.
plus the d6. All
Oh,
right.
there you
So
go.
that plus your strength, it's a total of 9 damage.
Okay. You was this a thrown dagger or was this a?
This was my own dagger. My 2.
So you're running up and you're stabbing.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I have both in my hands, but I used one. So.
Okay. You run up and stab one of the halflings. You cut off some of his seashell armor and cut through part of his grass skirt as he tries to stop you with his spear. Kasif on this. Yeah, that's your action. So Kasif.
Kasif, all right. Kasif, how many? There's 8 left now.
Yes, there's 8 left. She's engaged with one. You guys are standing in front of one that Tomo just fell with an uppercut.
Great.
Did it fly? Like, did it like...
No, they fell. They're
I could.
buff. They're buff little dudes.
Okay.
I'm enraged. The no
Rage.
blood. He just moves to the next closest guy and just goes a swinging. Bone maul time. All right, 16, 20.
Yes.
Something.
Yep, that first one. And you
All right.
get 3 attacks?
2.
2.
2. So that's a 2d6. 4, 6, 12, 13, 14 on that first hit.
Holy
Damage?
crap.
Damage on the first.
Okay.
Second hit, or second.
You come down with your... He's not down, but you come down with your bone club.
Can I, is it bash his armor in pieces as I
Yeah.
swing again?
Yeah.
Okay. So the armor
Seashells
explodes,
explode.
and this little guy. Ooh, 23 something.
Yeah.
All right.
Hits.
3, 5, 13.
Yeah, it's gonna bring him down.
Okay. He just crunches. And
You hit the seashells, they explode. You bring your club back up, and you come down on the spot that you just exposed. And the halfling, you just crack his collarbone, and he just passes out from the pain.
And without skipping a beat, he flings him away and goes to bite using his rampage ability since he just downed this guy. bite the one that Catriona is
Great.
engaged with. Rolling to bite.
So you move up to half your speed. Rah!
And take a big... Ooh, 17?
Yeah, 17 hits. Oh, Jesus. I can see the gears turning.
Ooh, that was gonna be good.
I think Rasper's going to get a
level in Barbarian.
Pretty quick.
8 damage.
Good puppy. Good job.
Yeah, that one's down, and 8 is not quite going to be enough to take the other one down.
Great. Can I say he grabs it by the shoulder and starts like tearing, like
Yeah,
he's,
that's part of it. Yeah,
he's
you're
going.
right.
He's being vicious. All right.
All right, the halflings are going to go. We'll start with the closest one, who has the two of you nearby. He's going to try to stab Kasif to get him off of him with the spear.
Point of order, Stephen. Because of my protection fighting style that I established, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you within 5 feet of you, it gets disadvantage on its attack roll.
Okay, are we within 5 feet, would you guys say?
I haven't moved, so...
Yeah, I'm just curious, like, because it's kind of, they're around you guys. I'm just curious how big you guys are picturing the circle.
I
surround us?
actually pictured it a little larger, but...
Sure.
I was
Okay.
thinking like 30 feet in the forest or something like that.
I just want to make you aware of that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Great, when you engage, we'll be that. So, first, the one that is right next to you, Kasif, is going to try to stab you with his spear to get him off. He only has one hand free, so he's going to do this with just one hand. 9.
No.
Okay, so he fails, but the one next to him is actually going to also try to stab you.
Great.
He's using 2 hands with his spear. 11.
No.
He misses as well. Let's see.
Can
So
you
there's-
describe the misses so I can
Yeah.
get in the mood?
Yeah, absolutely. The first one is just going to try to take the spear because he's got you on him, and he's just going to try to take a spear as he just tries to stab you, but he's not able to like get his arm around you in the proper way to hit anything vital. The other guy comes at you, but you position the other guy's body so like
Human shield.
but he misses as to not hurt his friend, so he's forced to pull away at the last second.
Great.
Let's see, that one's toast. So there's still 6 more. A couple of them are gonna run at the shiny metal man. 2 of them are gonna run at the metal man, and they're gonna both use their spears against you. 19.
19 is my AC, so...
Oh, whew. So one of them misses, and you just deflect it with your shield. But as you deflect it with your shield, there's an opening in the under part of your armor, and the little halfling is able to get his spear up in there. And he is going to deal you some damage. 3 damage.
Ow, that tickled!
As he stabs you up into your armor. A couple of halflings are going to run towards Tomo. Their spears drawn. And to try to get him, they're going to run around the side to kind of like push you back to get you away from the comrade that they just knocked out. They got some spears coming for you. Woo! One is a critical, and one I rolled a 19, so 22.
Both hit.
Tomo, no!
No!
So here's the critical. 4 damage on the critical,
Okay.
and then the regular hit is 3.
Okay. Tomo's alright, but he's a little pissed.
So they
He feels anger.
poke you back,
A little.
and they maybe get you at the spear points a little bit as you narrowly dodge it from hitting any vital organs using your training. Heisenreich. Oh no! Excuse me. There's 2 more. There's 2 more halflings, and they're gonna attack Catriona, and they are going to flank you. They're gonna move so that they're flanking and get you with their spears. So they actually
They get advantage.
get advantage.
All right.
Thank you. Ooh. Oh, so many big monies.
Oh dear.
22 and 19, I believe, both hit. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless I can do a backflip out of the way, yes.
Let's see. First one is going to deal 6 damage, and the second one is going to deal 8 damage. The first one just kind of gets you maybe in the leg, then the other one is a pretty good stab to the side. The halflings are chanting a war chant. Oh, I should have put a halfling bard in there to war chant. That'd be badass.
Cool.
I guess I still could. All right. Now Heisenreich.
Heisenreich goes. Finally, he goes to. He notices that that Katran is being flanked, and this is no good for Heisenreich. So he goes up and he tries to hit one of them in the head with a hammer.
Great.
Being within 5 feet.
Now they get disadvantage. Canceling out their advantage.
Yes. Oh man, I'm gonna pulp this guy right now. So it's okay. 14.
Are you moving away from the two that were in combat with you? Because there were two that were stabbing you.
I thought there were 2 that were stabbing me.
You can do
yes,
that.
I will take an action to disengage, and they can try and stab me if they like.
Okay, so you're not disengaged. Okay, they're going to try
I'm
to stab you
disengaging
since
from the
you're
2 to go
walking
help
away.
Katran.
No, neither of them hit.
Yeah.
You just know how to back up, and you take their.
They like try and stab me at the same time, and I take one step back, and they like glance off each other's, and I turn around and I like, run over to Katriana, and then just and hit a guy for 14.
14 hits.
Yeah. And then he's going to punch him in the face with a D8. 8 damage.
All right. That's good damage. Not enough to bring him down, though.
So he just goes and hammer and just clocks him on the side of the shoulder with the hammer.
Great. Seashell armor again explodes. We're back up at the top of Tomo.
So Tomo, are they directly to my left and right, or are they just in my front and my left?
They're
and
in
my
your
right?
front, left, and right.
Okay, so I'm going to take my first punch against the one on my left.
Okay.
And does a 10 hit?
No.
No? And then I'm going to spend a key point in order to do my Flurry of Blows ability. And I'm going to do 1 punch to the left, 1 punch to the right. And I'm going to be using my Way of the Hand to push them 15 feet away from me with an opposed strength check. Or a strength saving throw, sorry.
Okay.
So the one on my left is a 12.
No, that misses.
Okay, and then
Does he still make the saving throw?
No, only if I hit him. And then the one on the right is a 16.
That one does hit.
Now he has to make the saving throw.
8.
He does not make it.
So the first two, I think you started with the one on your left.
Yep.
The one on your left, you come at him with your fist, and he dodges it, and then you come at him with another one, and he dodges that one. But then, Flurry of Blows, does that include your fists and your legs, too?
It's my entire body.
Great. You're throwing punches at the first one, he's dodging them. Meanwhile, you think the other guy might be coming up for a strike, and you come up with a kick. Boom, and it's a big kick, and he flies 15 feet backwards into the jungle, into some trees. Do you have any more actions, bonus actions?
That is my entire turn.
Great.
I miss
Catriona?
mounts. Months are fun.
I'm hurting pretty bad.
Stab.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to fierceness. So even though I'm hurting, I'm still going, and I'm a hell of a lot more pissed than I was before. So I'm gonna go with both daggers this time, like
Okay. At both of them at the same, because they're flanking you, both of them at the same target, or one for each of them? Just how are you dividing your attacks up?
Yeah, I think I want to stick to the one. So I'm going to go to the one on my left.
That's already been hurt.
Yes. And I'm going after for the jugular.
Perfect.
I am
Roll them down.
Is that the one I'm biting?
Yes.
2, right, for the both daggers?
Yes.
17 and 18.
Yes. That's a hit.
Yes, they're both hits.
Alrighty.
D4s.
Yes, I'll use this one. Or that one. Two D4s because of the 2 daggers? Or just the one?
Each dagger is its own
Okay.
D4.
4 and 1.
5. That's going to be that's enough to bring him down.
Including poisons?
Yeah, he's going to fall unconscious. So you stab him a couple of times. And the halfling, as the poison hits his body, he feels a little woozy as he collapses down to the ground, dropping his spear. Kasif!
All right. I'll just say that he tugged away, and then before getting stabbed and poisoned.
Oh, gotcha.
Don't want the map and the poison. All right. He's still enraged. Now bloodied, blood dripping down his mouth. He's not insane. Just it's an old thing.
He's angry. Yeah.
It's primal.
He's primal. The next closest guy. Actually, I'm gonna.
That's probably the one on the other side.
Okay, that's right. The one who threw. That's right. His friend, his buddy. He swings his maul a couple times and tries to land a blow. Middle center.
I'm fighting this one, right?
Yeah, you're engaged as well.
Ooh. 25.
Yep.
All right. All right. Wham!
That would hit the Taresk.
14 damage.
Oh wow. He's hurting real bad. He looks like he's almost ready to go down.
Okay, the first blow hits him, and the maul keeps spinning. And 24.
Yep.
And the second hit does 3, 6, also 14.
Yeah, he.
All right. It takes his face right off. It just goes. There's no more face.
Delicious.
And he leaps over the dying, faceless man to the next person, the next closest one. I'm gonna say one of the guys that's next to
The one on my left.
Sure, the one on Tomo's left.
Yeah.
And bites him across the shoulder. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. 18?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. 20. Where's the 4? I had it right here.
Here's a 4.
Not there.
Where are those triangles? Ooh.
10 damage. No, wait. Yes, that's right.
Oh man, this you.
Is it 10 or 8? Because I've got. Do I add my strength plus my proficiency?
No, you never add your proficiency to
so
damage.
just the strength then.
Yes.
Okay. So 8.
Okay. Still quite a bit. You just bite onto the side of him, and you are just tearing at the flesh on his arm with your they're like human teeth, but they're like just a little more gnolly. It's really gross.
Gross.
The remaining halflings, the one that of course is in the jungle still, is gonna get up, and he's gonna have to spend his whole turn to get up from prone and then run back to join the. Actually, he's gonna get up and he's just gonna throw his spear at Tomo.
Would this count as a ranged missile attack?
Yes, it is.
All right.
17.
17 hits. And well, you have to roll for damage first, right?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. No problem.
Can you catch it?
I can actually.
2.
I would ignore the damage because I rolled 10 plus my dex plus my monk level. I reduced the damage to 0, so I catch the missile in one hand. And I would like to spend a key point and throw it right back out.
Yes!
Does a 16.
Yes, it does.
And what's the damage on a spear?
It's 1d6.
1d6. 4 points of damage.
You you throw his spear back, and he is very confused by this, and it
sharing.
Like sharing.
Goes right through his throat and pins him against the tree as he tries to claw his way. And he's hung there by the tree. I don't know why that's so funny. It's really dark.
Yay!
Meanwhile, the two that were fighting you earlier. How does everyone look as far as HP goes? I don't need to know number. Are you guys above or below half?
Above.
I'm above half.
On the money.
Slightly above.
Yeah, like
okay, great. So you guys all look all right. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go. Great. I have the two that were fighting you earlier are now gonna run up, and one of them is going to try to stab Kasif, and the other is gonna try to stab Catriona.
Catriona,
two 15s.
Catriona is still close to me, so...
Oh, so they have disadvantage?
Well, yeah, the one that fighting Catriona does.
Great. So he's going to miss your protective stance. He can't get close enough to her in order to hit, so he has to take he has to do maybe a bad strike, so he can't quite hit her. But 18 against Kasif?
Yes, but he's enraged, so he has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage.
Oh, wow, resistance. Okay, so you take half of this. 6, so you take 3.
Gotcha.
He stabs you, but you don't
barely
care.
feel
I think that's all the halflings. No, there's still the one on Tono's left.
Who just saw me knock out his friend, knock out another friend, and return a spear to another friend.
But he's still gonna try and hit you.
No, he's actually... he just saw all that. He's going to just drop his spear and run into the jungle.
Oh.
And he's dead. Lovely. Heisenreich.
So I have the one that I'm kind of like fending off with. All right, so at the behest of him, like trying to make that bad strike against Catriona, I'm going to try and now use that opportunity to slam him in the face. Slam it in the face. 14.
14 hits.
Cool. Give me that D8. 5 damage.
Awesome. You deal some good damage. You pound him in the side, knock the wind out of him, but he's doing okay. Can you do anything else?
No, I mean, no.
Okay, back at the top with Tomo. I never know now with the monks and with the...
Yeah.
How many halflings are left?
There are 2 left.
And there's one fighting him and there's one fighting her, correct?
No, we're on the same guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the same one?
Okay.
And then there's one fighting Kasif.
I'd like to stand somewhere in between the 2 halflings and perform an intimidate check to like scare them off.
Great. Give me an intimidate check, and I'll make will saving throws.
Oh, there. Oh.
I just rolled a 20.
Great. I roll lower than that. I roll a 5 and an 11. So you tell me what your intimidate looks like.
So Tomo would watch the other one run away as it drops the spear, pick up the spear, sees the other 2, walks over and goes, "Hey!" breaks the spear and throws it down on the ground, and then just points to the jungle.
They drop their spears, and they're gonna leave. You guys have a reaction that you can take to kill them to try to kill them as they flee. Or you can just let them go.
I see the intimidation, and I know what his intentions are, so I'm going to let him run off, because I don't want to kill anyone.
Do I have a
Yeah.
I take it.
I'm kind of like, I'm still pissed.
Great.
So
Go ahead and make one attack. Both of you.
I'm gonna go for thrown. I'm gonna just, while he's running out, just try and hit him with the...
Great.
It doesn't act like an attack turn. It's just one.
I did not.
Yeah, it's just one attack.
Right. 16.
16 hits.
All right.
And
Yeah.
She missed.
your dagger flies off into the jungle.
I chuck my bone maul,
I'm
the
too
entire
hurt.
thing. And double 6s. Plus 4.
Yeah, he goes.
That's right. Wait, 12. Wait, 12. 16? 16. No. Yeah.
12 plus your strength mod, plus 2 from
12
raging.
for 16, 17, 18. damage.
18.
Yeah, he's you throw it even though he was like right next to you, and you just throw it out of his hands, and it just clocks him in the back of the spine, and he falls down flat on
can
his
I
face.
think it goes like, it just like splits him in 2 a little bit.
I guess. I guess so. Yeah, you split him. You split this poor native in two a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All
All right. I'm gonna suspend combat. The remaining halflings running into the jungle back up towards. It looks like they're following the river too as they run.
Oh, Katarina, come over here for a second.
She hobbles over. Ooh, that's warm. Ooh, that feels good.
Okay, there you go. 5 hit points for you.
There you go.
Kasif is covered in blood and victorious. But he's also exhausted. He takes 1 notch of exhaustion. He gets disadvantage on ability checks. And he walks over and takes his bone maul out of this little guy. Does the halfling have any markers or anything of interest?
He has some like teeth necklace.
Great.
A teeth necklace marking his tribal warrior status, his Koa status.
Great. Kasif just like snaps this right off and puts it on as like a warrior's
trophy.
Trophy, yeah. Adds it to his collection.
Awesome.
Yeah, wonderful. You guys are back in the jungle. Well, you're still in the jungle. You never left the jungle.
All right, we're almost there, guys. I can feel it in my bones.
There's a lot of those little guys. There might be more where that came from.
Well, we can handle it. We've got the fangs. We've got the brawn. We've got my hammer, and you're also here. So let's go.
All right.
You know what? Kasif says, even though he understands, you can't understand him. He says, "I need rest.
He wants to keep going.
tire."
He wants to keep going.
He wants to keep going. Katriana seconds that. She actually wants to rest too and eat.
Fine, if you want to do that. We could stay here for 4 to 6 hours.
Long rest or short rest? What are you looking for?
Just some hit points. He just needs to recoup a bit.
So you're looking for...
His old wounds are still...
Can you use one of your hit dice on a short rest? Is that a thing? Or was that just a play test?
I'm not sure.
Where's Kevin?
Where's Kevin?
Where's Kevin when I need him?
Even not, I'll just say my character just needs a rest.
Great.
He's exhausted.
You do need to... Okay. So you guys... I'm just curious how long you're resting for.
Let's say just a short rest.
Okay.
Short rest. 4 hours.
You rest for a couple of hours in the jungle. The jungle sounds.
Did we start out when it was morning-ish?
Yeah.
So
it's
like
starting to get afternoon now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You guys rest for a little bit.
I haven't looked, but do you know offhand if exhaustion requires a long rest to reset?
Let me see.
DM.
I have it on my... Actually, one of the
DM
really
screen?
useful things
Great.
about the DM screen is that I have exhaustion right here. We'll all learn something. Are you kidding me?
I'll take a look.
There it is, exhaustion. It doesn't say. It just says that you get disadvantage on ability checks.
Let's just keep going. I'll take a look.
Cool.
Okay, it's not going to matter because as you guys continue on after your short rest through the forest, you come to the source of the river. You come through to the jungle. It's a small stream. You can see what used to be a small halfling village on the other side. They've since fled. They've burned their stuff, and you can see like smoke coming up from what used to be their houses.
Interesting.
As they've left nothing for you, but it's a nice little stream. There's water coming up from out of the ground, and this actually looks like if there was a proper path through the jungle, it looked like a nice little place to build like a small fishing operation, or even just a nice little section of Half-Breed Island.
Perhaps we can call it Blauhofen Cove. Ha 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 ha. No? Okay.
Even Kasif rolls his eyes.
He didn't need a dictionary for that one.
So the journey back is uneventful, and you guys are having successfully mapped this river. Kasif works with another gnoll later on to actually sketch out a map of the area, so the interior is starting to get drawn out. And you guys have done a very good thing for a really great thing for Half-Breed Island, but a really bad thing for the native halflings. So
history
we'll
will
have
tell a
to,
different
yeah.
story.
History
We'll
We'll
see.
make sure it's the right story.
We'll see what the history books have to say. So we'll call it there. Congratulations, Half-Breed Island is mapped. The water source is now safe. Questions, comments, concerns?
No.
How much do you love being barbarian? My
Holy
lord.
shit.
Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Like, not lying at all. Damn.
So the viewer knows, like an hour ago, like 20 minutes before we started the session, I was a monk. Talk about a character change. I had a monk in mind, so like we really made a shift there. Also, I rolled a really,
Really, a lot of your stats are really dumpy.
Yeah.
they're really bad, and my intelligence is 5. So I really took, like, the dice knew I was a barbarian.
Yes.
Just rolled for me. But yeah, it was a fun time. That was cool. Rage is pretty cool.
Rage is pretty fun.
That's a really fun.
I realized how much I miss having a monk in the party, because monks are badass with like their cool like
Yeah.
their double like.
It was a lot of
punches
fun. I
and
really
stuff.
like monks.
Yeah,
now.
that was a pretty badass move you had there.
The flexibility of, because I know Flurry of Blows used to be its own action, but now you spend a key point for it, right?
And it just becomes a bonus action.
Yeah, so that I think is pretty cool, because I know I haven't seen a monk played yet. I think that sounds pretty cool, because rather than like Flurry of Blows just being every attack, it seems like you have more of almost like more spells almost that you can kind of bring out when you want, rather than just Flurry of Blows and then more and more stuff gets stacked onto your unarmed strike.
Yeah.
It feels like you have more flexibility. Would you agree? Or
I mean, that's definitely why I picked the open hand path, because one of them was like the shadow path, so like you can cast darkness and stuff, and the other one was like elemental, which was cool, but I thought it was very interesting to have a person who's very their special abilities seem to be more about, you know, self-healing and disarming people and stopping conflicts. And Tomo is definitely still bloodying noses, but he's still like, all right, the guy's down. We don't have to kill him. He can leave now.
I loved catching. I like, actually, because you get that at 3rd level. That's like, I know in past editions something you had to really build to being able to grab stuff, and they just give it to you, which is what everyone wants. Just that's cool.
Make it cinematic, for goodness sake.
Just make it cinematic.
It's a cool, story. And,
It's a cool power.
It was different for me because I was playing more of a fighty character. I don't usually. This is the first fighty character I've ever played, so it
What
was
was
nice.
your AC, man?
19.
Holy crap.
19. I'm
Bounded
wearing
accuracy means that like 19 off the bat is huge.
Yeah, I'm wearing some pretty baller armor.
What do you have with your? Oh, because you have your shield.
I had a shield, and good armor. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a pretty good constitution, whatever. So it was fun just kind of just like going there and just like, I'm gonna go in the middle of this thing and start busting heads with a hammer rather than like how I usually play, which is like stay off in the back and like shoot shoot lasers, you know. So that was fun for me.
This is first time playing 5th?
Yes.
Had you played past editions?
I have. I did. Oh God, it's been years. Like.
You played 3-5.
Yeah, I think I did 3.
Yeah.
3,
One
5.
of them.
3 or 3-5. I can't remember.
If it was a long time ago, maybe.
I would say a good 6 years ago.
Do you remember a lot of 3-5? Like just how I'm gonna ask you to compare it to this one. Do you remember enough for when you did? I'm sure you remember the story more than.
Yeah, storyline more so. I think a lot of it was just almost like, I mean, like being thrown in the water, like having a familiar idea of how to swim, but understanding the concepts, but not really fully comprehending it. So like, this was really amazing. I'm glad that you guys did this. It was fun for me to, learn some things.
Yeah, we got to see Half-Breed Island.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about. Several days later, you guys do see a boat. I'll do it. You see a boat coming back, and you don't know it at the time, but it's a 2-shot ship as it sails back from Nod to Aeron.
Oh.
But you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to release this after that. That'll be good.
How many half-breeded things were in there? Like monster owlbears and whatnot?
Oh, not many.
Not many.
I didn't even think about the owlbear being. That was a happy accident.
Oh, okay.
The owlbear being like two halves of things. I didn't even realize it until it was like part owl, part bear. Oh, I made a good choice.
Well done, me.
I just love owlbears because they're so iconic.
Right.
That I just wanted to throw one in there, but it actually worked out pretty well that there's owlbears on Half-Breed Island.
Yeah, that's very clever.
I'm excited to wiki it up. This is really opening up some stuff.
Yeah, we got a
sure.
bunch of half races. That's what I love about Heroes is it lets us
Expand.
open up. Yep,
the world.
expand the universe.
Mm-hmm.
We got half dwarves. Half dwarves are a thing.
Half Knoll. I'm
Half
more
Knoll,
talking about half Knoll.
Half
I seriously want to know what happened in that instance.
That night.
Yeah, that night sounds
that
very,
was last night at 11.
very interesting.
What are some interesting half ideas?
Yep, and then I was hoping for one half ogre. Half ogre barbarian would have been nuts.
That would be pretty cool. We just got a nod, and
Yeah, you had all the Knoll. You had Knoll on the brain.
we never met the Knoll though.
No.
I think this opened up more Knoll than.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Than the unseen Knoll of the dungeon that we skipped over.
Yeah.
Well, also Franklin was a half ogre, so we didn't want to like.
That's true.
Take
Step
his-
on it,
his
take
thing.
his thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. It's no one's thing anymore. It's sort of like being a half something. It is interesting because like when everyone is a half, it's all about like what is the half that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like now they're all united in their differences.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's like almost their own culture of
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a human, you're a elf, you're a orc,
Right.
and I'm a half person.
That's actually, I think,
like a world
honestly,
within a world.
yeah, Half-Breed Island is probably going to get pretty interesting because you're going to probably have, like, the half-gnolls who are going to have we're going to have, like, political factions of half-gnolls, like, almost their own tribes of people.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. And there's going to be, like, an orc-gnoll alliance or
That'd be pretty cool.
oh, man. Maybe we'll have to revisit Half-Breed Island.
We may have to. It'll be fun.
All right. Thanks, everyone. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for watching. We'll, of course, be back on Monday with our normally scheduled Threshold episode. Enjoy this little bonus. Afterwards, Tuesday, check out Threshold Moonlight from Studio LT3. We'll provide a link to that in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.